Hi guys, it's GrungerLamp0 Gaming here, and welcome back to the channel. If you are new, because this is like pretty much a new topic, the things that Destiny did wrong, or really the company that makes it, Bungie. So in today's video, we're just gonna be going over the main points of what made Destiny, like what made it just fail, and what drove a lot of people away, and I think for the biggest part were the loading screens, and sometimes a lot of people used to get kicked off because the servers were so bad, and they've actually have made improvements, but until now they haven't really done much. And then they just also, on top of that, they dropped their lead supervisor, Activision, so now they're really broke, and now they need to start just making new videos, and that's really, I guess they just have to make their own, you know, like when I say videos, I mean new advertisement. They have to even publish their own thing. Sometimes Activision would help with those kind of things, so now Bungie, they're you know, it's kind of like a one-man show with them. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna start with the loading screens. Actually, this was the biggest problem for most people. If you opened your screen and you try to change a weapon, well, it's done. Like, if you try to even change it, you might as well just say, okay, I'm gonna die, because by the time you get back out of your menu, you're going to be dead, regardless of, even if you're camping or something. The maps are just so small, somebody will find you. And I think it's just not really fair how they do that to most people.
You're in the lead.
And how I think their gaming, their quality could be so much better. And it's not just the loading screens too, it's also the actual speed where players can get around. Now their open worlds aren't that open world. Their borders are pretty cheap, like the detail, attention to detail, if you zoom in like really close, it's gonna look like not blurry, but it's just not gonna look like normal. Some people have done like a way better job on that, or some people, or some games, or people, or just like any other studio entity have done things like Apex Legends. For example, EA made that game, but it's a more cartoony thing. It's more like, it's like Fortnite and PUBG kind of just like smashed together to make something new of its own. I think what they really needed to do in this situation is take some time to get quality control, or maybe when they make a Destiny 3 someday, they really focus on that. Even though Bungie, they did make a few bad decisions over the years by letting some of their, you know, the good people go, or better yet, letting some of their prized games go, like Halo. Now moving on, Bungie, I know I keep saying like Bungie instead, what made them so weird is, what they do is they just, for new guns, they literally, for new seasons, they just copy the old ones and put a new texture on it. I mean, how cheap is that? They literally, for most guns, they would take, for example, let's say Better Devils, and what's gonna happen is, in the new, if it's exotic, usually it just stays the same. But if it's just a random legendary weapon, or of course the blue weapons, it's always like that. On the blue weapons, it's always going to be like 7 guns, look like, I'm trying to think of one because I actually haven't played this game since December, and since I've actually came into it, I've seen things like, well, for example, the gun that I have right now, the Midnight, let's see, that guy, he just got the loading screen effect too. What happens is, they're going to name it something different, or the best example of this can really be the Iron Lords. In the Iron Lords, what they did is they renamed the Midnight something else, which was like, it was the exact same gun. They just put a new scope on it, and you can actually change the scope back if you don't like it. And they just put like a new texture on it, new colors on it, and that really doesn't make a new gun, even though they say it's a new gun. yes, you changed the textures of it, but really is it a new everything? Like the speeding, you know, the rate of fire, that hasn't gone in. Nothing has really changed to the overall features of that gun. And for me, as like a game review person, as I look at this, I kind of look, their quality could have been so much better. Now, as for hacking and glitches, Bungie, they've always been the people that say, please, come, hack our games. Now, to kind of like back up this claim, there's two types of things, and I don't know who else says it, but I usually say it's either power to the player or power to the AI. Now, the AI is the map. Now, can you breach the map or not? In Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, I actually tried. I actually made a video on this a few months back of the loading screens, and you cannot fly on the map. Like, the map is so solid, like, you cannot get out. Now, as for this game, you can find crevices beyond crevices of places to just hop out whenever you feel like it. And that's like, they're almost promoting hacking. Now, the people here, I was actually pretty good at this. My team was winning here, so moving on. My team was winning here. But what happens is, some people, is they can just end up like starting their just camping or something else. Their maps make it really easy to camp. I actually have done this in the past just to try it out and do some things, especially on doubles. That's when it's really easy to camp. But some of the people here, they actually haven't. So moving on to now weapons. Now this is what really is really interesting. Some of their now they have so many OP weapons out there. If you don't have one of these weapons, you're pretty much just like screwed in any game. Now if you're doing like a raid or something against AIs, well, you're gonna be fine. You might just be slower and die a lot more often, but it's not gonna be the end of the world. Now in Crucible, it really is. And then going on to supers. Now they brought back some old supers, but they added some new ones that just like were not working out. And like that, or what they also did is they brought back the invisibility for hunters, which made them super OP, and they gave Titans literally nothing really new except for their missile thing. For Warlocks, it could go either way. They really like pushed Warlocks aside and said, okay, let's just like, Warlocks, what do we get? Just, we're just gonna set this in the middle and we're not gonna do anything about that. Now as for the Titan speed, now this is what they really did wrong for supers. They pretty much just made some supers not as good as they used to be. Now, I'm just gonna personally call out what I was used to, the Titan charge. Now, they made the Titan charge a lot worse. You used to be able just to run up to some people, slam them, and then they'd, burn up. Well, in this case, it's not that case. If they're not, like, exactly on your, like, route that you're going, and you pull to use the Titan, it's not gonna work. Now, in the old one, it just teleport you right to the enemy, which is super cool. Now, the last thing I will talk about is tanks. Sparrows, no. They need to shoot, they need to do something, they need to add something cool. That'd be really cool if you could drive around on tanks. You only get to drive them in like one mission in Destiny 2, and I really think that, well, in a few missions, but I'm sure you guys get the point. They need to have more, cooler vehicles and more vehicles. Because just the Sparrows that they have now, it's just one AI, and then they just keep putting different textures on it. It's like the same thing, they just keep putting different skins beyond different skins on the Sparrow. So guys, I hope this did help you out. I hope you liked listening to it, and now know some of the things. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe and turn on that bell so you'll be notified whenever we do another video like this. Or maybe you'll just be interested in looking at some other content. I normally just do Apex Legends now, but I'm going to be moving on after I make a few more videos to another game. I might be coming back to Destiny 2 for just a little bit when they release a new update. But anyway, guys, that is it for me, guys. Please stay tuned, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.
Welcome to North Hill, a new townhome development located in the north end of Boise, Idaho, offering 2 or 3 bedroom floor plans with refined finishes and natural stone throughout. Come check us out and visit us at northhillboise.com.